Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Good afternoon, everyone. My topic is contribution of Pangil Ahmed Musliya for the education sector or the empowerment of education of society. As we mentioned over here, we don't have enough time to explore all the paper, so I would like to throw lights on the crux of my paper and what I am discussing in this paper. As mentioned in the previous papers, Pangil Ahmed Musliya, who was also known as Pangil Ahmed Mullawi. In my paper, I would like to concentrate on certain aspects that in which Pangil Ustad was flourished and engaged with the society. The first point I was trying to explain in my paper, the time and the situation in which Pangil Ustad came forward for the educational empowerment of the society. We all know the time it was the early 19th century in which he came forward for the empowerment of educational system, especially in the case of Darsi system. In the aftermath of freedom fights and the ongoing freedom fights, Muslim society were, without any leader and without any guidance. They don't have any target, they don't have any goals. Some of them engaged in war and violence, and some of them, are troubling with the miseries of poverty and etc. So at this point of time, in fact, we can see Ustad Pangil Ahmed Musliya. He realized the situation and the time, and at that point of time, he came forward for the empowerment of society through education. He understood through the education only we can give a guidance for the society. The same thing was, we can compare his contribution to even Sir Said of Aligarh. Even Sir Said, he did the same thing, at that point of time. Even in the same time, he utilized the contributions of even British empires. But he produced all those, the British contributions and their support for the wellness of the society, in fact. The same thing we can see in the case of Pangil Ustad as well. He has been, supporting certain, guidance and supports of government system which was, going over there. For that he has been criticized as the supporter of British. But his concern was basically to improve the society through the educational sector. For that, we need the support of the government, we need the support of the Janmi system or Janmis who were over there. So he has utilized that resources very well for the empowerment of the society. The another thing I want to specifically mention from his contribution for the educational system is all about the upgrading of Darsi system. Even standing in front of you, I am also an offspring of his contribution, an offspring of Islamul Ulum. In fact, Islamul Ulum was an upgraded version of Valiyabulangir others. And there was not much, it was a traditional institute, traditional Darsi system, but he upgraded it, including certain subjects and upgrading the educational system of that Dars. Then later it developed to a college level, an Arabic college level, where different multi-languages were studying and taking classes in several languages and promoting publications and write-ups in different languages like in Urdu and English, Malayalam and Arabic, etc. So at that point of time, he has been trying to develop a community, a studentship who are interested in publications, who are capable of, writing books and other write-ups. We already discussed in last papers. We have enough facilities to discuss, to debate, and conferences and seminars at this point of time. But his foresightness was towards to this day, at that point of time, standing and living in that very crucial and terrible situations. He was foresighting for this kind of seminars and academic collaborations, so that in sitting in the very downtrodden location like Tanur, which was troubled of all freedom fights and other troubles of Janvis and etc. At that point of time, at that situation, he chose Tanur for his educational activities and social activities. That is also significant. So talking about the contribution, we have a lot of historical resources about his works and activities, academic activities, and his write-ups. But I prefer, other than all other his works and activities and write-ups and his books, the time and the place and the situation what he selected. We have a lot of scholars at that point of time. They have studied from Baqiyat and other areas, other institutes. But they, after having their education, they were engaging with their own activities, their own things, matters. But he came forward and he was dreaming to rebuild a Baqiyat for the Malabar region. And that was a result. Its culmination was the formation of Islahul Ulum in 1920s. So these 2-3 factors I was trying to highlight in my paper. In a nutshell, other than going through his books and writings, the situation, the place, and the time he came forward for the empowerment of the educational system and the empowerment of the society through education, and particularly the empowerment of traditional dars system to a level of Arabic college system. That is the nutshell of my paper, and I don't want to explain all the paper. Thank you for listening. We, as the students and the new gen of the research scholars, we have to put attention to these kind of scholars, and we have to absorb from their visions. Especially, he has thought of an Arabic college and publications and seminars at that point of time. Now we, the offsprings of those institutes, we are doing the same thing what we got from them. So, sitting in this very well-developed situation, we have to think some more beyond these kind of setups. We have to develop our ideas throughout the academic circles. Inshallah, may Allah bless. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Dr. Sathar, for your wonderful presentation.